Let's go. Let's go. Hop. Je vais faire un truc, attendez, parce que ça m'énerve. Voilà, comme ça je reste dans le champ parce que c'est chiant en fait que je bouge tout le temps de tous les côtés.
Are you tired? Try my new spicy energy drink. I'm sure it'll wake you up.
Waouh. Waouh. Ma tête, ça bug. Ok, laisse tomber. What the heck? Wait.
I wonder when I'll be as tall as my big sister.
Pourquoi? Attends. Quel enfer! Ça bug tout le temps. Oups. Arrête! Oh là là! Ah, ça bug, c'est l'enfer. Je trouve plus. Ah, c'est ça.
I wonder when I'll be as tall as my big sister.
Attendez. Parce que du coup, j'ai supprimé un truc sans faire exprès. Ah, je sais pas ce qu'il a, mon Vtuber Studio, il bug.
I wonder when I'll be as tall as my big sister.
Attends. C'est ça que je voulais. Voilà. Ok, il était plus trigger sur le modèle. Du coup. Ok, pardon. Ah, je suis un peu grande. Wait.
Everyone is working super hard. We should be too.
Ouais, mais attends, mais pourquoi ça bug? Wesh, Vtuber Studio, qu'est-ce qu'il me fait là? Je me décode 2 secondes. Putain, chaque fois j'ai un problème, c'est quand même incroyable.
I wonder when I'll be as tall as my big sister.
Ah. Ça a bugué. Comme d'hab parce que il me met le... Ok, bon. Ça a l'air de plus bugger. Quel enfer!
All the standing around is making me so sleepy.
Bon, voilà. Alors. Je vais tout voir, ça m'énerve le petit... Ça m'énerve le petit machin là, le petit point d'exclamation. Tous ne l'ont pas. Il y en a un là. Wait, là. Parce que ça me gave. Putain, il y en a encore un. Il était peut-être là. Coucou J'allais dire coucou Estia. Coucou André. Ouais, super bien passé, merci. Je suis soulagée. Ouais, trop de mauvais trucs là. Ah putain, il y en a là aussi. Pourquoi faire des notifs? Ça s'est super bien passé, zéro problème. Elle a kiffé son moment. Oups! Elle a kiffé son moment. J'ai kiffé le mien. Du coup, j'étais contente. Merci. Tu vas bien toi? C'est bien passé ta journée? Là, j'ai encore des trucs à consulter. C'est chiant qu'ils mettent des... Oh ouais, ok. C'est chiant qu'ils mettent des notifs. Pour ça. Putain, il y en a encore! Mais... Il a tout fait. Sans deck, il y a encore des notifs. C'est quoi ce bordel? Je passe tout... Il n'y a plus une seule... Je sais pas. Toi. Il y a des notifs. Trop arbres, bref. Elles sont... Ok. Je m'en tape, tant pis. Quête, Ningguang vous attend. Bah vas-y, hein. Follow la quête, hein. Je travaille toujours là, j'ai bientôt fini le service. Ah, t'es sur ton téléphone du coup? Tu bosses dans quoi, tu m'as dit déjà? Je m'en rappelle pas.
Everyone is working super hard. We should be too.
Je suis chef et propriétaire de restaurant. Ah! C'est quoi comme restaurant? Comme type de restaurant, je veux dire.
Time to sing whenever you're ready. Da 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 da. What happened?
What the heck?
Flowers are jumping. They look really angry. Is it because you sang a song for Mondstadt that they don't understand their lyrics? I'll protect us.
Aïe! Putain. Je suis en train d'essayer de revive. Je suis en train d'essayer de revive. Ok, vas-y, ça me casse les pieds.
my time has come.
Putain! Putain, mais...
Submit. You wait.
Ah!
You wait.
Putain, mais... Casse les cacahuètes, là. Vas-y, je vais vous éclater. Regarde-moi bien.
Higher, higher, hands on fire! The show.
Ah! Je démarre. Cuisine familiale, fusion de mes origines. Cool.
Oh, hi. Come on, we can do it.
Coucou Linsky. Oh non, mais quel... Ah, j'ai rien dit. Tu vas bien, Linsky?
Those weren't glaze lilies. Glaze lilies wouldn't hit people.
This little
Je suis
monster
d'accord avec
is
toi.
known as a whopper flower. Strange.
Ça va, merci.
These petals look interesting. The glaze lilies used as a disguise were buried with the whopper flower for too long. The result seems to have surprisingly potent medicinal value. Let's collect what we can of these petals.
Well, that's nice and all, but will those petals be
Ça a été
useful
votre
for the
journée?
rite of parting?
Tu me donnes faim, André.
Unfortunately, no.
That's so lame.
Excuse me. Are you searching for glaze lilies?
Oh, hey, it's... What's her face?
Hello, traveler. I'm surprised you still remember my name.
Cuisine franco-belge avec le côté asiatique et influence de tous les pays que j'ai visités.
That reminds me. How was your visit to the Jade Chamber?
Well, it sure would have been better if you told us how to get up there.
Didn't I tell you the way? Surely I did.
Nope, we found the way on our own.
Oh, I see. Uh-oh. I guess I really did forget to tell them.
Huh. Something seems a little off about Ganyu. She's acting different from the first time we met. Where...
Ah, well, I met you at that time as an emissary of the Tianquan. But now, I am simply out on a stroll to see the flowers.
You came all the way out here to see the flowers? Why not just enjoy the gardens of the city?
Yujing Terrace is where Rex Lapis parted from this world. If I strolled through those lonely gardens now, I wouldn't be
Ouais,
able to
plein
bear it.
d'émotes.
Whenever my duties take me near Yujing Terrace these days.
Oh, sorry. We shouldn't have brought it up.
No, it's quite all right. I just haven't processed my emotions yet. When the Archon War came to its end 2,000 years ago, the first iteration of the Seven would gather in Liyue and drink with Rex Lapis. But 5 of those original 7 had already passed before Rex Lapis.
Attendez,
It's truly a changing of the guard.
je vais le bouger de là. Il va aller au-dessus de ma tête. Ok. Voilà. Comme ça, il n'est pas au milieu.
Yes. Now that the spirit of Rex Lapis has returned to the heavens, Only Barbados, the other 5, including
J'aime
Inazuma's
trop ce
riding
perso, là.
shogun, are no longer the same friends from 2,000 years ago. Of the current 7 Archons, the youngest is Sumeru's god of Dendro. She is merely 500 years old, whereas Rex Lapis was more than 6,000 years old at the time of his passing. This means that
6000
Liyue
ans.
had been under Rex Lapis's rule from the moment it was first founded
Ok, bon
3,700
courage
years
André.
ago.
So what do you think of this farewell?
Huh? This is a little sudden. As a mortal, I've never dared to imagine a Liyue without Rex Lapis.
Qu'est-ce que tu racontes de beau, Linsky?
But as an Adeptus, I think I will eventually come to grips with reality.
Huh? Did you just...
Yes, I am a mix of human and Chilean. Adeptus blood flows through my veins. After the war ended, I signed a contract with Rex Lapis and took the position as secretary for the Qixing. I've continued those duties to this very day.
Comment ça, tatoueur depuis ce matin?
Let's save that conversation for another day. You say that you are here looking for glaze lilies? I also know where wild glaze lilies can be found. See,
We dare not refuse it.
Oh, so did you sing a song before you picked
Tu
them
t'es fait
up?
tatouer ce matin, c'est ça que tu veux dire?
Indeed, I did. I know that...
Wow, so you really know your...
No, it is you who I should be thanking. If not for this chance meeting, I never
Ah,
thought that I would
t'as
be
fait
able
quoi
to
comme
contribute
tatouage?
to the upcoming farewell for our ancient lord. If you would excuse me, I should return to my work now. Good luck.
And that just about does it. Our preparations for the rite of parting are mostly finished. Given the ease of picking glaze lilies, I think this was a fitting end to our tasks, in more ways than one.
Ah.
Yeah, Paimon can already...
I've had enough ventures in my life
Il t'a coûté
already.
cher le tien? Parce que moi j'en ai
Beginning
un
a
aussi.
new undertaking is always difficult at first, and requires no small amount of effort. And once business is at
80,
full
ouais,
steam,
j'ai payé beaucoup plus cher.
the stress of it all only wears away at you over time. So you must be careful to take the time to step back and re-examine yourself. If left unchecked, the wear and tear on your heart may go well past mending.
Wow. See? Zhongli sounds like he's already seen it all. Alright, I think it's about time we head back to Liyue Harbor now.
Le mien a été plus cher. Wait. Pourquoi ça me saoule, je peux pas dire ça. C'est où que je dois rentrer? Tiens, on va aller là. Attends, parce que j'ai trop de morts. Faut que j'aille me ressusciter un peu. Il est où le bidule? Elle est là. Ressuscite mes persos s'il te plaît. Merci. Vu que je suis une grosse quiche. Et que du coup tous mes persos sont morts. Ah Billy, back and fly.
What happened? The city gate is swarming with Millilith and...
Oups, pardon.
Ah, you're the consultant to Wengsheng Funeral Parlor. Mr. Zhongli, I presume. The Millilith are watching our every move now. These are desperate times. We mustn't act rashly.
Desperate times?
The Adepti of Joyun Karst are finally on the move.
Ah.
Do they intend to exercise force?
Most likely. I've heard that some members of the Qixing have already gone to meet them. Well, I say meet, but it's more like they're attempting to... However, both sides were quite obstinate and hit an impasse.
It seems inevitable, given the current situation.
The Adepti do not acknowledge the Qixing. They only acknowledge the contracts of the Geo-Archon. If the two sides come to blows, Liyue Harbor will be in no position to stop them.
Surely the Liyue Qixing are not the sort to give in so easily.
Their boneheadedness is known throughout the lands. Yet it's because of that obstinacy that mortals and Adepti are now on the verge of conflict.
And what now? How is it that the Fatui have come under fire?
That's all Ningguang's doing. She proclaimed that in these tumultuous times, the Millelith must rein in the actions of the Fatui. Only now do they want to start keeping tabs on us? That's the Qixing for you. Anyway, Mr. Zhongli, you're one of Child's close associates. Please understand that your actions will reflect on us. Don't let anyone catch you off guard.
Je veux une banane. Elle est où ma banane? Elle est là ma banane. Ouais. I'm a banana. Banana.
It looks like things are about to boil over in Liyue Harbor.
Do you intend to use your neutral identity as an intermediary between both sides? Or neither path is an easy one?
Oh, by the way, Mr. Zhongli, we've heard that the Wangsheng funeral parlor has also been caught up in all of this. They're currently squaring off with the authorities at the gates.
Hop. Qui fait comme moi et enlève les petits fils blancs de sa banane? Moi.
Things are taking a turn for the worse.
Je les aime pas les petits fils blancs.
I'm afraid I must leave now to handle things back at Wangsheng funeral parlor.
Tout se mange sur la banane.
I hope
Non,
that
les
Master
petits
Hu
fils à
has been
l'intérieur
able
de la
to keep
peau.
things under control for the moment. Consider your next course of action carefully, traveler. If you're trying to prevent an explosion, it may be wisest to look for the fuse first.
C'est trop bon les bananes. Je suis d'accord.
Having connections with the Fatui seems to be quite the double-edged sword.
Ah! J'ai mangé trop vite, j'ai failli avaler travers ma banane. Oups. Normalement, vous pouvez entendre que je suis quelque peu enrhumée.
What does Zhongli mean by looking for the fuse?
Fail la banane. Tué par une banane. Hé, arrête de te moquer.
Oh, Paimon gets it. If there's anyone that he must be waiting for the moment when no one. But where could we find him? Where would he go at a time like this?
J'ai cliqué au hasard, hein, clairement. Ouais! J'ai gagné un niveau d'aventure. That's cool. Trop bien. Du coup, faut que j'aille là. Ouais, mon chat est excité ce soir. C'est un excité du bocal. Il est relou. Donnez-moi mes XP, ma moulure. Non, mais je veux pas.
Ad Astra Abit.
Avatar. Ouais. Youpi! Qu'est-ce qu'elle a lu?
Let's just play.
Je passe le dialogue, ça me gave. Ouais. Bah hier, il était calme. Et... Ah, pardon! Tiens, prends... Mais arrête! Prends tes boulettes là. Voilà. Ça c'est cool, mission terminée. Je vais quand même aller là où je devais aller, hein, faut pas déconner. C'est-à-dire... Non! On va suivre le petit chemin. Oh, des scientiens! Hello, scientiens! Il y en a deux. Coucou les scientiens! Oh, ils sont mignons, les scientiens. Au revoir, scientiens. Oh. On peut pas faire des actions... Vous voyez qu'ils rajoutent ça. Faire des câlins aussi anciens. Il y a une quête là. Donne-moi ta quête. Yaya. Allez, on suit le petit chemin. Si par là. Youhou! Waouh, ça s'est allumé d'un coup. J'ai pas regardé. Attends. Allez, non. On va bien voir, hein.
Wow! This is the golden house? It looked impressive enough from the outside,
C'est
but who
beau.
would have guessed that it was even fancier on the inside? And so full of Mora.
Pas mal.
That's Mora's minted, right? In that case, maybe they won't notice if a few Mora go missing. Oh, so it's a trap! Trick, but can't take
It's a
it.
trap!
We can still have a closer look, right? Or better yet, take a nap on top of a mountain of Mora. It's like a dream come true. Oh, right. Back to business. It's quiet. Too quiet. Surely someone's gotta be guarding something as important as the Exuvia. Huh? Look! What happened here? Uh-oh. Paimon smells trouble. Quick!
Sans blague!
Go make sure that the Exuvia is alright.
Les émotes de rire. Je vais juste marcher dessus. Genre. Ah, le petit son quand je marche, c'est super satisfaisant. Tic 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 tic. Tic 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 tic. Tic 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 tic. Comment je fais pour remonter? Tic tic tic. J'adore ce son, c'est satisfaisant. Tic 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 tic. Je vais voir s'il n'y a pas des coffres et des trucs à récupérer. Lui aussi, il s'est fait exploser la tête. Tic 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 tic. Tous les sous. Oh! Tic 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 tic. Non. J'aime bien explorer. Beaucoup trop même. merci pour le follow.
So why do you still linger here?
Oh.
Haven't you already seen enough trouble for today?
Kiruna. Pardon pour ton pseudo.
Who's there?
Et tic tic et pop pop tag. Ouais, mais c'est trop cette pseudo.
If you were Fatui, I imagine that you would be entitled to a generous reward from the Tsaritsa herself. But now, you're nothing but dross, and you're in my way. Where should I
Il est
start?
méchant.
Yeah, I've never been one to beat around the bush, you know. But who could have possibly guessed that the god of Geo would mysteriously perish the very moment I arrived in Liyue, and that the Exuvia would subsequently be hidden away? If it weren't for that lovely little rite of parting ceremony you put together, it would have taken me a whole lot longer to get the information I needed. Stopping the Mora mints, hiding away the Exuvia. The Chising are really pulling out all the stops
qui était
this
méchant.
So you've been planning to take the Gnosis from inside the Exuvia all along?
As one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers, it's my duty to see the will of the Tsaritsa fulfilled.
Il avait une tête de méchant, lui.
She will get that which she desires.
Faudra même passer sur le corps.
I'm not asking for your blessing, and there's nothing you can do to stop me anyway.
Il va
The
mettre
time
une
for
pichenette.
discussion and diplomacy has already passed.
Oh.
I mean, if it were up to me, I would have skipped that stage to begin with. Either way, we now come to my favorite part. A simple pleasure, and one that I am oh so delighted to be sharing with you. The battle.
Battle?
Je crois qu'il est feu,
So
lui.
you're the type that goes looking for trouble, huh?
You could say that. When Signora offended the deities outside the cathedral in Mondstadt, instead of confronting you directly, she chose to rely on the snow and ice to make her escape. When she faces a worthy opponent, she will prioritize her mission, weigh the outcome. But as for me, the greatest pleasure of being a harbinger lies in crossing blades with strong opponents.
We won't let what happened in Mondstadt ever happen again!
Oh, so you intend to fight me?
Waouh, ça
Good.
part en
I won't
cacahuète.
kill you, traveler. I'll just play along. Besides, you could never defeat me. Not even fighting talk. I love it. Now,
Waouh. Eh bien, je vais te casser tes dents.
this chance is hard to come by, so show me all you've got. So very few ever get the chance to square off with the Fatui Harbinger. So come now, amuse me, and don't you dare disappoint.
Ah! Attends, mais il est haut. Mais je suis conne. Hé. Je sais ce qui va... Ah.
Regret this. Manifest.
Passable effort. A clear shot.
Whoop. Oh, fuck.
Careful now.
Hi.
Cowering already?
Give up.
Ok.
You've made some progress.
Ouh. Mais reviens. Mais je sais pas comment esquiver cette attaque-là. Ouh.
Open.
Wait.
How unbecoming.
Oh fuck. Non.
Clear shot.
Oh non. Attends. Je sais pas comment esquiver cette attaque-là. Il est où?
Barbara, go!
Cowering already?
Whoop! Whoop!
You've made some progress.
Putain!
Taking you serious.
Qu'est-ce qu'il fait?
Good. No wonder Senora was so wary of you. Well, that just means
Élément électrique, ah, ça a de ce problème! Whoop!
This is about to get
Whoop!
now. Show me what you can do against the might of a harbinger.
Whoop! 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 Non! Eh. Oh! Eh, tu vas te détendre!
No use hiding back there. Crush you.
Non, pas crush me! Non, 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 no crush me! No crushing me! Ah, le bâtard! Il m'énerve, hein! Arrête!
Something else?
Tu arrêtes! Tu arrêtes!
Let's dance.
Got you. No use hiding back
Go,
there.
Barbara, go!
All you do is run.
Fuck! Laisse-moi, arrête! Oh, mais il est trop rapide! Je sais pas comment esquiver ça. Voilà. Pas comme ça. Fuck! Oh! Oh! No. Fuck up!
No use hiding back there. All you do is run.
Go, Barbara, go!
Allez, allez!
Gotcha.
Oh! Pourquoi je suis allée vers lui? Ah!
I'll protect us. Unleash!
You've got some skills.
Il est où? Aïe! Ah, yeah! J'étais trop
Not
concentrée.
bad. Your swordsmanship is quite impressive. But
On est
that's
dans la
about
Moïse,
as
hein.
far as you'll get. Didn't think you had that card hidden up your sleeve.
Ah!
Playing us to get close to the Exuvia!
Oh, quiet down. Stop acting like some wide-eyed recruit. You've seen this world. You of all people should know. This should have been expected. Well then, I'll be taking more access.
Non!
I see.
Oh.
Well, this is most unexpected. You beat me to it, didn't you?
C'est n'importe quoi! Non, sérieux, stop les boss. Mais je l'ai déjà battu, le monsieur. Il va m'éclater. Il va m'éclater. Oh, non. On est en train de se faire déglinguer. Oh oh. Eh, y a pas quelqu'un qui peut venir nous aider là, non? Je vais encore devoir... Non, on va encore devoir me battre.
You got to the nooses ahead of me, didn't you? Did you simply move faster? Or did you leak the information regarding the golden house to me on purpose? No matter. This is over now. Don't make me take it from you.
We didn't take it.
Aïe, oh putain, il m'a fait mal. Putain, c'est les mêmes attaques. Oh putain. Ouh! Mais tire la cible, bolos. Non, pas celle-là. Je sais pas comment là. Ok. Non. Mais elle tire à côté. Mais oh. Je suis reconcentrée. Ah putain.
Die here.
Non, pas die here. Putain, mais c'est impossible d'esquiver sa merde là. On va jouer sur ça. Hein. Ça va être très compliqué. Ah mais... Non. Non, putain. J'ai perdu Ningguang, chier. Faut que je l'arrive à... Attends. Non, c'est ça. Attendez. Ok. It's gonna be very compliqué. Putain, ça reste en rien, ça. Attendez. On va manger ça, on va manger ça, on va manger ça. Faut que je restaure mes persos là, c'est une catastrophe. Ok. Faut que je reprenne Ningguang. Mais tire... Mais lui tire pas dessus. Il est où? Qu'est-ce que je fais? Ah, je suis tombée. Non. Non. Ah, putain. Putain, mais ça me casse les pieds.
Let's dance.
Ah putain! Non. Putain, il m'énerve!
Ready, steady, go!
Ouh!
Let the show begin. Go, Barbara, go!
Ah, ça va être très long. Ah! Ça va être très très long. Ouh!
Die here.
Je sais pas comment esquiver cette attaque. C'est vraiment un mystère.
I'll protect us.
Ouh! 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 Ouh!
Let the show begin.
Aïe! C'est beau ce soir. Pardon, je regarde à la baleine. Ah!
You wait.
Ah! Merci pour le sub! Ouh! Ah, non, je peux pas! Je suis en train de me concentrer. Je suis désolée. Ah. Bientôt! Ah! Ouh! Merci pour le sub. Oh, j'ai pas vu. Coucou Star. J'étais trop concentrée, pardon. Ouh!
Back to normal again.
Oh! Oh, j'étais tendue.
Time to cool off.
Merci beaucoup pour le sub,
Seems
trop
the
cool.
burden of the foul legacy transformation was too great for my body.
Ah,
I lacked the opportunity to
oh,
think
j'étais
this
trop
through.
concentrée.
And now that I consider the matter more carefully, you never had any chance of beating me to the Gnosis.
Bah ouais,
You had
non.
no connection to the Gnosis, no matter where it had been taken.
Bah oui, bolos, j'ai pas eu le temps de l'attraper.
Tell you, we didn't take it.
Your show of ability today far surpasses that of Senor's initial assessment of you in Mondstadt. Tell me, you already know the answer, don't you?
Ouh,
I can see it in your eyes. But if that is a secret
Trop
you
concentré.
wish to
Ouh.
keep, I guess I'll just have to
Merci
curb
de
my
votre soutien.
curiosity. This battle has already left me satisfied. Anyone who strives as I do to grow stronger shall be called a friend. Even if our friendship can only be shown in battle against...
Pretty sure that's not the normal way to make friends.
Unfortunately, I must bring this amiable conversation to an
Comment
end.
ça va tout le monde?
My quest still beckons.
Ceux qui viennent d'arriver en tout cas.
Given that the Gnosis wasn't taken by anyone, then we must look once again to the beginning. In fact, it might be that the Exuvia was just a diversion of sorts.
What? So you mean that...
Yes, it appears so. Interesting to say the least. It seems that the
What?
guardian deity of the capital of commerce is also well versed in little maneuvers beyond the boundaries of contracts.
Il sera encore
As
vivant?
such, we must now look to our backup plan.
backup plan?
I had hoped it would never come to this, for the weak will be swept away in the process. The truth is, the world belongs to those who pursue strength. I seldom willingly involve myself with the... Unfortunately, we cannot be picky about our methods as Fatui harbingers. Children...
So what are you planning to do?
I will awaken the god that
Je vais
lies
réveiller le
dormant
dieu qui
beneath
sommeille dans la
Guian's stone
forêt depuis
forest.
A god?
Osile, overlord of the
Hortel, le
vortex.
dieu du
who
vortex.
was defeated
Ouais,
by
ça sonne pas
Morax,
très bien
the
comme nom de
Geo-Archon
dieu.
in the Archon War. If such an ancient god were to be unleashed upon
va foutre la
Leo
merde.
Harbor, defenseless without the protection of its deity.
Merci beaucoup. Super gentil, t'as ta petite corne.
Do you think the cunning Rex Lapis would just stand
Merci.
aloof and watch the ensuing
Bienvenue
destruction?
dans la famille des licornes.
But
C'est très
the
gentil.
war ended 2,000 years ago. How can an ancient god appear in a world now overseen by the Seven?
Simple. I've already prepared the means to awaken it.
Ah mais il fait n'importe quoi.
Oh, Paimon remembers now. The Fatui have been researching them.
Indeed. The one that was given to you
C'est le
was just a
bordel.
byproduct of our research. With the power of so many sigils of permission concentrated in one place,
Oh le
along
bordel.
with that which was bestowed upon me as a harbinger by our Tsaritsa, breaking the subduing might of the Geo-Archon
Il est pas
spheres
gentil,
for
lui, en
time
fait.
should be no obstacle.
Aïe, en plus
Using
on l'a
the
aidé.
powers of ancient
Mais quel
gods in
bolos.
such a situation fails to interest me, and is largely against my principles.
Ah,
But knowing that such an action will not only force the Geo-Archon to show its hand, but you as well, that makes matters a little more intriguing.
c'est la merde. Ah, bienvenue, c'est un plaisir de t'accueillir dans la communauté. C'est un Pokémon!
Let's see. Will the nation that has lost its deity be swallowed up by an ancient malice once more? If you wish to drown together with the people of Liyue, you're free to stay and enjoy the show.
Eh, il m'énerve lui, hein! Il me tape sur le système, le monsieur.
He's already gone. That guy is fast.
Il me tape sur le système.
What's going on?
Je vais te spoil, là le jeu va bugger et tu pourras plus rien faire. Arrête, Litsky, de raconter des bêtises. T'as pas bug le jeu, t'arrêtes de raconter n'importe quoi. Attends, 2 secondes parce que... Ouais, c'est bon, j'avais un...
If we hadn't happened to see the Jade Chamber flying over just as we came out of the Golden House, we really wouldn't have known which way to go.
Je suis sage moi. Non, t'es pas sage.
Did we make it in time? Is the Overlord of the Vortex still in the sea? It hasn't destroyed Liyue yet, has it?
What are you doing here?
Oh!
Hold on. It's the Adepti. What are you doing on the Jade Chamber? Paimon thought you were arguing with the Chising.
Faced with a calamity of such magnitude, we have agreed to put our differences aside for now and unite against this common enemy.
Ah, ils sont trop stylés! Regardez-moi ce règne, il est incroyable!
Paimon gets it. So how do you plan to defend Liyue? Just seeing this Overlord of the Vortex guy puts a pit in Paimon's tummy, even from all the way out here.
It's not just you.
Oh, elle est trop belle,
We've got new
Kitching.
Millilith recruits who can't even stand at attention without shaking.
The force of an ancient god's presence seems to be too much for ordinary people to handle.
C'est un cerf, il est trop beau.
Which is why we must stop that monster before it gets any closer.
Mais c'est pas une girafe, c'est un cerf.
So the Archon War was fought 2,000 years ago against enemies like that thing? So will the power of the Chising, Millelith, and Adepti gathered here be enough to stop that god?
Mais oui, il est très bien le jeu.
We've already
Je suis
discussed
d'accord.
this together, and our conclusion is not necessarily.
Non, c'est un menteur, il dit des bêtises.
Wait, all of you are supposed to be the guardians of Lilith. Can't you think of something?
One certainly could.
Ah, elle est trop belle aussi, souffle le nuage.
Huh?
Sa voix, elle est grave stylée.
The Chising did once research the matter of the Guizhong ballista when it piqued their fancy. And as fate would have it, one who did craft the Guizhong ballista with one's own hands is here.
Ah, c'est qui a construit la
But what
balise?
could you mortals ever learn of Adepti mechanisms? Yet it would take one, but a little tinkering to turn this ballista into an engine of war beyond your wildest thoughts.
Elle a une voix, elle.
I
Stylée.
suppose this is one blessing from the Adepti that we should be thankful for. So be it. We shall use the upgraded Guizhong ballista to fight off that god. All the Adepti here can lend their strength to man it. We haven't a moment to spare. Our battle begins
Elle est
now.
stylée, Ling Wang. Elle est stylée, Ling Wang. Ouah! Waouh, c'est un autre level. Incroyable. Qu'est-ce qu'elle fait? Ah, elle a fait pousser des balises. D'accord. Oh, regarde, il court dans le ciel. Oh, il est incroyable. Ah, oh, Graveline, je l'aime trop, il est trop beau. Mais non!
The Fatui! They're attacking the Guizhong ballista!
Oh, cette cinématique, elle est incroyable! On va devoir se battre. Ok, ok. Attends, je suis pas prête.
The three Adepti are manning the Guizhong ballista. Do not let the Fatui disturb their work.
Ok,
All able Millelith, with
ok.
Let's go help too!
We Adepti have not faced a god in several millennia. Let one see what you're made of then. What strength remains
Je
within
l'ai raté.
you? Precious to witness.
Eh mais viens là toi, mais toi la vie. Je sais que je vais prendre pour mettre des branlées. Rien de mieux que ma petite. Putain, pourquoi? Ouh, je vais tomber. Ah! Attends. Laissez-moi. Je vais prendre. Ok.
That is Osial's divine power. I am
Vas-y, je vais tuer les autres.
very familiar with it. Be careful not to get hit.
Il est où?
The Fatui! Their attacks are unrelenting!
How daring. Snezhnai's diplomats will answer for this afterward. Every last one.
Stay right there.
Bah oui, mais je fais ce que je peux. Ils sont pleins et
Were you about to say we can't hold them, children?
C'est compliqué là, mamie.
Lose heart. Here, take this.
This is adeptal energy. That light from your body. It's like the time.
Ok.
Wow, it's a Madame Pink shockwave. This grid is really strong.
Ah ouais. Wow, mes attaques. Vite. Oh non. Oh putain, il m'a glacé le bâtard. Non. Oh, Utao avec ce pouvoir. Ta mère.
Looks like I went too far.
Non. Let. Ce tourelle. Bah.
I guess this is it.
With the blood of the Chilean, I guard you against evil. Cast your fear of injury by the wayside and fight with all your might. I too did this during the Archon War.
So this is what Ganya's like in a fight.
My name means swiftness.
Oh. Ils sont où?
As I do.
We're going too fast.
Allez les copains. Y'a un méchant? Wouh! Faut que je fasse quoi? Faut que je fasse quoi? Ah! Ouais, on a gagné!
You are strong in body and spirit.
Non, c'est pas
You
fini?
can withstand 3 forms of adeptal energy at once.
This will hurt a little. Please bear with us.
Once you've adapted, try to use them in battle.
Allez! Là-bas! Ouah, vite! J'ai raté! C'est pas grave! Il est où? Toi! Oh shit! Ta mère! Là-bas! Ouh! Trop de gens, trop de gens! Ah!
Exercise caution. I fear that the god's power has reached its peak.
In other words, if we hold here, there's nothing worse to come, right? Unleash!
Je suis coincée!
By ordinance divine.
Ah! Putain, il est encore là! Ah! Ferme-la, toi! Là-bas! Oh, là-bas! Cours!
The Fatui's numbers are thinning.
Fight on, comrades.
Allez, je fight on, hein!
I will be able to deal
Mais
with
c'est
the
compliqué, là, les cocos. Allez, on tape! Quel enfer! Allez, allez, allez! Elle est trop forte, elle est incroyable.
The interlopers are no more. Now we may commit ourselves fully.
Ouh, c'est trop stylé! On a gagné.
It's working! We just need to keep this up!
Oh my god! Oh là 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 là! Oh le bordel! Ah oh! Ah oh! Mais il faut pleuvoir des mais... Oh là 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 là! Oh, on est dans une merde! C'est cassé! Vite, vite! Vite! Oh, ça va tomber! Aïe 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 aïe!
Be careful now.
The Guizhong Ballista is destroyed. Without its covering fire, retaliation shall be difficult.
But the Jade Chamber is our last line.
Ah là là là
We
là!
can't give another inch, no matter what.
I have another idea.
Incroyable!
Do you mean, Lady Ningguang?
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber.
What is the meaning of this?
Elle a dit qu'elle la sacrifierait jamais en plus, parce qu'il y a tout son argent et tout dedans.
Traveler, lend me a hand. Farewell, old friend. Goodbye for now. Let us meet again in the future.
Oh non! Elle est où, Ningguang? Oh là là! Incroyable! Pardon, je m'excite.
Is it finally over?
The ominous aura of that monster has indeed begun to fade. The effects of the Sigil of Permission last but a short time. It will be some time before the Overlord of the Vortex can make any waves again.
We are indebted to you for your assistance. If the Adepti hadn't happened to be here, the future of Liyue Harbor would surely have been in great jeopardy.
Save your flattery. We didn't just happen to be here. Surely you won't pretend to have forgotten the reason for which we came.
Oh.
Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloud Retainer.
Souffle le nuage, elle est au taquet.
I've heard that when Ningguang began learning to do business, she had already started setting aside part of her then limited income in preparation for building the Jade Chamber. At first, it was only the size of a small room, but with continued expansion, it has become the palace that lies before you now. It is a testament to Ningguang's entire life, both as a businesswoman and as the backbone of the Liyue Qixing. Seeing the Jade Chamber destroyed in the defense of Liyue means much to her. To me, such cooperation and sacrifice deserves at least some recognition, don't you agree?
Ouais, ça c'est bien vrai.
Well, I was really hoping you would say that such sacrifice could at least be used as some leverage in our negotiations. Thank you all for hearing me out. We know very well why the Adepti came here today. But please forgive us. We cannot yield to your wishes.
Oh?
3,700 years. According to our records, the Adepti signed a contract with Rex Lapis to protect Liyue. Even to this very day, Liyue and its lands have stood the test of time, immovable as stone, just as it was thousands of years before. But that does not mean that the Liyue of today is the same city as it was all those years ago. Do not merely cast your protective gaze upon the land. Instead, focus your sights on our city and each of the citizens that dwell within it.
Are you questioning our means of protecting Liyue?
Uh-oh.
I mean no offense, I simply hope that our Adepti forebears would see Liyue in a new light.
Forebears, you say? One doubts you would be fit to be part of such a lineage.
This morning, Rex Lapis appeared to me in a dream.
What?
In the dream, I yearned to tell him that we Qixing, though mortal, are equally bound to the contract. Each passing generation of the Qixing leaves many things of value to be inherited by the next generation. I also thought to tell him how the past generations of Qixing had strove under his rule to survive in our mortal world, establishing a network of contracts which has since come to be known as trade. But I dared not speak. I could only gaze at him in silence until the moment I awoke.
Oh, Ningguang.
Yet another perspective. What are you trying to say, Outlander?
Right. That's something that happened in Mondstadt. It's a story about the Four Winds and the people of the Animal Archon. The Animal Archon sought to quell the strife between the two sides, because he believed that such conflict would only scar the hearts of both, and that
each of the 7 nations has its own scars from the past.
Though your point is the very height of simplicity. As Adepti, we've become a laughingstock, to be chastised thus by an outlander who has lent us such succor.
All right, all right. Didn't Ningguang suggest that we should focus on the city and each of its citizens? I know I already have, so why not see for yourselves?
I apologize for appearing in full armor. I am afraid I cannot show the proper courtesies.
And who are you?
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant.
Oh, lui!
I have come to extend my thanks. I thought this battle would perhaps be my last. But thanks to the aid of the Adepti, our forces were not as badly battered as I feared we might be.
Ah, j'ai ma caméra qui a pété un câble. Genre, ouais. Je suis en charge ou pas? Oui. I don't understand. Pourquoi ça a bugué? Je sais pas. Ça redébug? Oui, ça a redébugué. Pardon.
Although I am a mere mortal soldier, I promise to hold the line and never betray the grace given to us by the illuminated Adepti this day.
Huh? Why does everyone look so down? Didn't we just beat that big monster?
Weren't you frightened, dear? It was quite the predicament.
I wasn't afraid. All the strong Millilith guards were there.
Les super-héros.
And the powerful heroes with their visions were there. Everyone was there. When danger is near, everyone always protects me. And the rest of the time, they make fun toys and tasty snacks, and thanks for protecting Liyue Harbor. Please, come visit us for the next lantern rite.
Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to participate.
Huh?
Because we are Adepti.
Oh, okay. It must be hard being an Adeptus. Aww.
You see, this is what Liyue is like today. The country of contracts is grateful to the Adepti for their protection. But it is no longer necessary for the city to rely on the Adepti's power to solve every little niggling matter. Although their blood is weak, there is still strength to be found in those we call
Ouais, les mortels, ils sont forts.
The time of contracts between gods and Liyue has long since passed. Now is the time of contracts between Liyue and its people.
Seeing the port around us now, it is hard not to feel a bit out of place. Wouldn't you say so, Cloud Retainer?
Your line of inquiry is askew. One did not spearhead this expedition to Liyue Harbor.
Seems like the Adepti have had a change of heart.
Let us return now.
Wow.
Eager to leave, conqueror of demons. Yes, one understands what the conqueror of demons means. One fears that by the time one finally grasps the new contracts of Liyue, you humans would have once again changed the place beyond recognition. Fair enough. Await.
Wow.
Since we Adepti have consensus, then one shall persist no further. But how will we ensure that the Liyue Qixing will not simply exploit their power once we depart? In my view, that is still a thing to be guarded against.
All right, Mooncarver, you needn't worry. It seems to me that this right of supervision is best left to the people of Liyue.
Looks like the conflict between humans and Adepti was avoided. All's well that ends well, huh? Oh, right! It's nice that we've got peace and all, but we're forgetting one thing. Child wanted to unleash the god so he could lure Rex Lapis out. But we were able to handle the Overlord of the Vortex on our own. So Rex Lapis never showed up. Oh, and speaking of that, don't we still need to get to the bottom of that Archon's death, too?
Ouais.
Get it. But isn't the strongest lead we have the Adepti-less rite of parting that we're organizing? No idea where Zhongli's going. Let's ask for him at Wangshen Funeral Parlor.
J'adore ces petits papillons. Ah! Wait. J'ai vu quelque chose qui m'intéresse. Ici.
If we bury it, maybe it'll spring back to life.
Je vais voir s'il y a des coffres, parce que je veux des coffres. Là, il n'y a rien. C'est trop bien les coffres, c'est trop bien les coffres. Elle est Utao et incroyable. Là, il y a un coffre. Ancien! Coucou les anciens! Ils devraient pouvoir ajouter... Je vais leur faire des câlins, moi, aussi anciens. Il n'y a pas de coffre ici? Bonjour, je voudrais des coffres, s'il vous plaît. Non. Je vais aller... Piou! Le sien-sien! Viens, petit sien-sien! Trop mignon. Si vous m'écoutez, Genshin Impact, rajoutez le pouvoir de faire des câlins aux animaux. Ce serait trop cool! Et en vrai, je marche en vrai. Ah bah en vrai, je vais marcher parce qu'en vrai, il n'y a pas de TP. RIP. GG level up Haru, GG level up Kiman. GG les copains.
Is there anything I can do for you two? I'm afraid that Wangsheng Funeral Parlor isn't in the best state to receive guests.
We've come to see Zhongli. Could you please tell him we're here?
Unfortunately, Zhongli isn't here at the moment.
Ah, il est parti?
It seems he went to Northland Bank.
Doesn't the Northland Bank belong to the Fatui? Last time we saw Zhongli was before we went to the Golden House. Do you think he doesn't know about the attack on Liyue? Visiting the Fatui at a time like this could only mean more trouble.
Un chat derrière. Pardon.
We had better go and make sure that everything is okay.
Ouais, parce que l'autre il est parti faire des dingueries tout seul. Il est relou. Je la trouve jamais cette tente banque là. Je sais jamais où elle est. C'est là-bas. Faut que je monte là. Heureusement qu'ils font des chemins lumineux, hein, parce que... Moi je me... Ah, arrête! Je me perdrais. Hein, c'est à moi que vous parlez. Mais non, mais je veux pas. Au revoir, ta gueule. Dégage. Je voulais juste rentrer dans la banque, là. Je veux pas parler à Vlad. Ah, non. Let me go. Je m'en fiche de Vlad.
You call this cooperation between harbingers? Cooperation involves communication, you know.
Don't take it to heart, child. Besides, aren't you happy that you got to skip the formalities and bring chaos
Elle est
to
trop
the
belle,
land?
elle est trop belle.
I'm sure you must have enjoyed that. Oh, it seems that some of your friends have arrived.
Hey, it's Zhongli and Child. And you! You're also one of the Harbingers?
It's you two. I believe we've met once before. In the city of Bards, was it?
Wow.
I'm glad you still remember my name. Ah, right. I imagine that it must have been rather hard to forget watching helplessly as something precious was snatched away from your friend.
No, don't let her get to you. You've yet to gather the powers of all 7 elements. And our last battle at the Golden House was almost more than you could handle. So it might be best to keep things peaceful this time, seeing that 2 of the Harbingers are here.
Well, if it isn't you two. This is our first time seeing each other since Liyue was nearly wiped off the map. This is certainly a bit...
Ah, il
What
m'énerve!
you say?
Paimon knew that we should never have trusted a Fatui Harbinger.
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, I may have misled you, but I never had anything against you personally. Besides, I thought we were getting along quite well together, didn't you? Except for that little tussle we had at the end. Nothing personal. We just have different views, that's all. Of course, you may very well hold this against me, but that's up to you. The real deceivers here are Senora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me on. So actually, I think...
Stop wasting time, child. There'll be plenty of time to chat once I'm through here. You remember the agreement, Morax. Now, if you would be so kind.
What in the world are you talking about?
The contract is fulfilled.
Quoi?
That which thou seeketh is now bestowed unto thee. For my promise is solid as stone.
How sanctimonious.
Quoi?
What? So you're the Lord of Chio? No, wait. That's an exciting twist and all, but why give the Gnosis to the Fatui?
J'avais rien vu venir.
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract. For it is a matter solely between the Tsaritsa and I.
Yeah, you don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole fake death thing? Everyone was preparing the ceremony for you and splat! This big dragon falls out of the sky and all of Lyric goes into an uproar.
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scenes, and then stirring them together in a pot that was bound to boil over. That's what you wanted to see, am I right?
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best that I explain. As you know, I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000 years. It is now 3,700 years ago that I founded Liyue, together with the Adepti. Even boulders that can withstand whirlpools will erode with the passing of time. I kept convincing myself that cracks had not begun to form, and that the end of my time had not yet come, until one drizzly day. As I was strolling along the harbor, I heard a merchant tell one of his workers, "You've finished your duties. Go ahead and call it a day."
Wow.
I stood motionless among the crowds, asking myself, have I already finished my duties?
Oh, Zhongli.
But as I began to consider relinquishing my divine role,
Wow.
I soon discovered that many reasons still remained to not hastily depart. Was Liyue, the city I had dwelt in for so long, already prepared to enter its next age?
What?
I decided that a test was needed in order to reveal the answer. So I feigned my own death and gathered the cast of Child, the Adepti, and the Liyue Qixing to play their roles together on the stage that was Liyue. Indeed I was. The Gnosis, which I had kept for so many years, suddenly seemed to have lost its meaning. That's right. Which is why I continued to safeguard the Gnosis until now.
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point of no return, you would simply appear and use your divine powers to bring Liyue back under control?
Of course. And it would have been all too easy for him, too. Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents, so has Liyue matured when faced with the death of its deity.
In the end, the resolution to all that has transpired was even more satisfactory than I could have hoped for. Take the Adepti, for instance. Owing to their years of seclusion, they were the least informed. Yet when faced with a crisis, they commendably showed the greatest amount of restraint possible. Not only did they manage to cooperate with the Qixing, but in the end, they even made efforts to understand the hearts of the people. Credit is also due to Signora, the emissary dispatched by the Cryo Archon to fulfill our contract. At my request, she kept everything she knew in strict confidence. This, despite the eavesdropping ears of her colleague.
Donc en fait, ils sont gentils. Moi, je
This
comprends
meant
pas
I
rien.
could remain as Zhongli, even having the chance to fulfill the age-old traditions of Liyue in this mortal form. Thank you for joining me on this journey, traveler. All of these things turned out as I had planned. There is only one thing that I had not anticipated, and that was the conduct of the Liyue Qixing. I had expected them to do no more than the Adepti, to come to the defense of Liyue. But when all was said and done, they seized the opportunity to supplant Liyue's divine protectors, and used the subsequent power vacuum left by my death to quickly gain complete control of Liyue.
Huh? That doesn't sound good at all.
On the contrary, I think it is excellent. I had always feared that it was too soon for them to take over from me. And it was also that which I longed for the most. As such, this is the best parting gift anyone could have given this god of old.
Hey, what about me? Doesn't anyone feel the least bit of remorse for deceiving me? You've practically kept me in the dark.
I think that thanks would be more appropriate. You certainly played no small part in all of this. Wreaking havoc and turning the city upside down. The Lord of Geo ought to thank you for your performance. If you hadn't created the pressure of a battle between mortals, Adepti, and a god, the lump of coal resting in the hands of the Geo Archon, Liyue, would never have been able to become a dazzling diamond of a city.
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Are you itching for a fight? Be that as it may, you've come out of this as the hero of Liyue. I, on the other hand, will be forever prescribed as a disturber of the peace, no?
Well then, with the Gnosis in my possession, I have no use for such idle chatter. We should return to Zapolyarny Palace and seek an audience with Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa. Come, child.
Fine. I'll meet you there later. I'm not sharing a boat with the likes of you.
Do as you wish.
Now then, is there anything else you wish to ask me?
Right! As Zhongli always told us, a good trade is a fair trade. I'm idea what could be a good trade for a gnosis.
Realistically speaking, there is no such thing.
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. For thousands of years, I have made countless contracts. If the deal was of no benefit, then I certainly would not be inclined to agree to it. My agreement with the Cryo Archon will be the last of my contracts as the Geo Archon. My contract to end all contracts. As for the bargaining chip that the Tsaritsa used to balance the scales, uncover that answer for yourself in your future journeys.
Oh. C'est fou ça. Ouais, mais j'avais absolument pas capté que c'était...
Today's the day of the rite of parting. Although the star of the show is fake, we spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now.
Yes, I will go, I will go. Let me... Mais non, mais arrête d'escalader les murs, toi. Quel bolos. Ah, il y a des petits... Ils y étaient pas avant, ça. Ces petits trucs là. Poisson! Poisson! Ouais, il a attrapé les poissons. Allez, en avant. En fait, ils sont tous gentils dans l'histoire. J'ai pas tout compris.
Well, since we're going through with this rite of parting, I guess it means that those rumors hit the nail on the head.
So Rex Lapis is really...
Oh, come on. Do you think that the assassin could have been a normal person? You know what I think? I don't think any... There's only one real possibility in my mind. I've heard that the assassin is that Vtuber fellow. Youngish, pretty high in rank. I think they...
Vtuber? They certainly are very suspicious.
Oh.
Who knows what those greedy, crooked...
Non, je l'ai pas activé. Attends, tu veux que j'essaye? Attends. Aïe. Attends. Je l'ai pas activé. Wait. Coucou! Tu vas bien? Attends, je l'ai pas mis. Ok. Mais je crois pas que ça marche. Non, on n'a pas vraiment eu le... Bah écoute, ça va hein. Putain, mais il est pas... Si, il est calme. Il est clairement pas sur elle, hein. Non. Moi je peux me trigger, mais non, il marche toujours pas. Ouais, ça va. Nickel, nickel, nickel.
Shh, lower your voice. If the Vtuber catch you in their sights, Rex Lapis won't be around to protect you this time.
Ça a été ta journée.
You know that god from the ocean couldn't have just shown up out of nowhere. I mean, it's been 2,000 years since Rex Lapis subdued it.
Yes,
And to think that this happened right on the heels of the incident with Rex Lapis, too.
Say, do you think the person who assassinated our lord and released that evil god might have been one and the same?
Now that you mention it, that's very possible. Yes, it's very possible indeed.
Tu viens de finir de travailler, mais tu travailles donc
it
quoi?
all fits together. That person must have colluded with the evil god to harm Rex Lapis. Oh, that wicked, black-hearted scoundrel. Still, what sort of supernatural prowess must this person possess
Ah
to
mais
be able to
oui!
do such things?
Tu m'as envoyé un message tout à l'heure en plus.
I have never heard of such a person in all my years.
Quel gogol. Ou alors c'était pas toi. Attends, mais si c'était... Mais attends. J'ai Keblo. Ah mais non, il y a André qui est cuistot aussi. Oh, trop drôle. Ah, vous êtes là parce que j'aime la bouffe, hein.
Ah, forget it. Guessing's no use to us. Look, the Millilith over there looks like he's about to make an announcement. Let's hear what the Ministry of Civil Affairs has to say first.
J'ai pas allumé, attendez, parce que j'ai pas allumé le Discord, ça se trouve. J'ai reçu un message.
Toodaloo. Silly churl, Billy churl, silly Billy, hilly churl.
Non. Redis. Tu sais que Shooty, il est cuistot aussi. Du coup, j'ai cru que c'était lui qui me parlait tout à l'heure, mais en fait, c'était toi. Trop drôle.
Hear ye all, the Chising's words. Though a dragon soars ageless as the mountains, it too must return to dust. This is common knowledge. Gods and Adepti live glorious lives, but both light and shadow have their season. So too must they face divinely appointed trials. Rumors and hearsay abound on the streets that Rex Lapis was murdered. Now, let the truth be revealed. Having been thwarted in his trial, Rex Lapis's soul has recouped the celestial heights. He beseeches the people of Liyue to grieve not and to let not their hearts be saddened.
Je suis pas au début, non.
Nor are they to believe street-born rumors or indulge in baseless speculation.
Enfin, j'ai déjà joué, quoi. Mais je crois pas être au début de l'histoire.
Paimon needs a translation on what the Chising's announcement said. So that's how they're spinning it. Something feels off. Why would they suddenly give up looking for the murderer? Not to mention how this excuse sounds like something they just made up on the spot. Could the Chising already have known that Rex Lapis wasn't dead? But Zhongli said that neither they nor the Adepti knew anything. Did Zhongli tell them in secret after his gnosis changed hands? Exactly, right? Ooh, seems like the rite of parting has been going on for a while now. Let's go have a look.
Bah moi j'avais arrêté et j'ai repris. J'ai repris.
Look, it's Ningguang and Keqing. Are they saying something?
As said previously, Rex Lapis's soul returning to the heavens is the end of the contract. And it is also the end of an era.
Ça bouffait toute la journée mes soirées.
3,700 years of contracts burnt and reduced to ash.
We, the people of Liyue, were indeed prosperous. But blinded by our prosperity, we forgot that time can be pitiless.
The long, unending dream of our Archon walking among us.
Now that we have awoken from our dream, we must learn to say farewell. Will you stand with us as we re-establish our contracts? As we build a new age of prosperity?
So concludes the words of Her Eminence the Tianquan. Does Her Eminence the Yuheng have anything to add?
Huh? Is she looking this way?
Traveler.
Yikes! She really is looking our way.
Is that the traveler who they say defeated the ancient god?
So young. The Liyue Qixing always repay their debts. And as you have heard, our eyes see far and our reach is long. Name your price. You deserve that much.
Whoa.
Well, could you help me put up some missing person posters?
Oh, elle a parlé pour une fois.
And to think I'd put my best perfume on before coming here, thinking you'd like it. But it seems as if those perfumes really were meant to be offered to Rex Lapis. Well, that's fine. Suffer no rivals in love, they say. And that's 3 gone in one stroke.
As for the mortals and adepti,
Quelle va être la nouvelle relation pour les épisodes 2 et 3.
Now that I think about it, if everyone's of the same mind as me, perhaps mementos for Rex Lapis might be the best short-term business opportunity.
Oh non mais quel enfer. Aïe. Il est là lui. On pleure. Un petit oiseau. On pleure sa mort et il est là.
Hey, Zhongli! Look at this. Everyone in Liyue is caught up in their emotions, thinking that they'll never see Rex Lapis again. And here you are looking all relaxed.
Why would I not feel more at ease after laying down the burden I have borne for 3,700 years? Right. If the two of you can spare the time, I should treat you to a meal at the Xinye kiosk.
Ha! That sounds like big talk, Zhongli. Paimon might have believed you if you were treating us to some third-round knockout.
Non, ça marche toujours pas, Andri. Je peux juste me bully toute seule.
Are you sure you can afford it?
You're right. I do like the Mora.
But why would Morax lack Mora?
As the Rex Lapis Morax, I can easily create Mora. But since I have chosen to walk this earth as the mortal Zhongli, I should abide by the same rules that mortals do. When I was journeying with you, though I still had the Gnosis in hand, I knew that I must soon retire from my role as an Archon. So I had to rehearse a little.
Oh, no wonder. Paimon gets it now. You didn't look at the price tags when we were spending because you've never had to. But since you weren't used to not being able to just make more Mora as and when you wanted to, you had to try becoming a part of society who lives off of other people's credit.
Mais quel enfer.
Well, we were only spending Fatui money. You don't have to say it like that. In the City of Commerce, we do not merely exchange money or goods. We also exchange knowledge, memories, and foresight.
Elle est trop mignonne,
as
Paimon.
well as positions, roles, and lives.
Elle est beaucoup trop chou.
The Archon Morax could never experience life as the true mortal Zhongli could, no matter how many times he descended to be with his people.
Bon, il me faut des fanarts pour ajouter au-dessus de ma tête. Hein.
I must thank you for that. I will treasure the memories that I made as Zhongli, traveling the streets of Liyue with you. That is true. But there is no journey that does not end.
Je vais te faire un stickman. Non.
Paimon thinks that we should make a move and continue our search for the Seven.
I fear that continuing your journey may be difficult. The nation, yes, the nation has been the Electro-Archon Ball.
Paimon thinks we've heard that one before.
Raiden.
Raiden?
That is the case. And since Raiden is also the Shogun of Inazuma, people call her the Raiden Shogun.
That said, though people at the wharf were saying that the situation in Inazuma is Paimon doesn't remember that always being the case. It wasn't that bad last year.
Je me suis cogné le doigt de pied. Sur mon bureau. Ah ouais. De quoi qu'il y a un casse-croûte en cas d'urgence?
Zhongli, since you're Rex Lapis, shouldn't you know something about what's happening there? Just how did Inazuma become a closed nation?
Nani, j'ai pas compris
It's
de quoi vous parlez.
because of visions.
Visions?
Ouais, je t'avoue, j'ai mal. Je t'avoue, je me suis fait archi mal.
When faced with circumstances
ouais.
beyond their control, humans often bemoan their lack of power.
Comment tu te fais mal en faisant rien? Mais j'ai bougé mon pied, parce que je voulais le bouger, et en fait, je me suis cognée contre le côté du bureau.
But if a person shows true strength of will at a desperate and fateful moment in their life, the gods will look upon them with favor.
Pas le... Attendez, je me gourde mon chien. Putain, il est où? Me suis cognée, ça fait archi mal. Je trouvais plus la touche.
This is what visions are. Magical foci bestowed upon those who have been acknowledged by the gods.
Uh-huh. That's how people in Teyvat see it.
But starting from last year, the Raiden Shogun began
Je me suis
promulgating the Vision Hunt
éclaté le
decree.
doigt de pied. Ah! Ok. Non. Je me perds dans les boutons. Oups. Ah, je vais laisser le blush, c'est mignon comme ça. Je vais laisser le blush, tu veux un pansement? Non, c'est bon. Par contre, je veux bien un nouveau doigt de pied, s'il vous plaît.
Yes. It was an order to seize all visions within Inazuma's borders, and to inlay them upon the hands of the statue of the omnipresent god.
They want to seize visions. But why? Aren't visions blessings from the gods?
I should think that in the Raiden Shogun's eyes, it is precisely because they are divine blessings that
Merci
they should be
pour
under
le
the sole dominion of
sub.
divinity.
Vous êtes fous. Merci beaucoup, Shouti. Merci.
Whoa, that's harsh.
The Animo Archon is the god of freedom, and the Geo Archon is the god of contracts. For her part,
Merci.
the Raiden Shogun is the god of eternity.
Pour
It
t'acheter.
seems as though she has finally decided to eliminate any unstable elements that could pose the fact
Pour
that
t'acheter
even
un nouveau
I,
doigt de
the
pied.
oldest of
J'aime
the
beaucoup,
seven, have
j'aime
now
beaucoup. Merci.
passed away,
Ah, t'as le droit à ta petite
will only
corde.
strengthen her resolve to
Bienvenue
pursue eternity.
dans la famille
No
des
hurt.
licornes.
She must have again quoted that adage she is most fond of when proclaiming that decree to her people. 7 ideals for 7 gods. And of these, eternity is nearest unto the heavenly principles.
J'ai trop mal au doigt. Ouais. J'ai mal au doigt, je me suis coupé hier avec le couteau en céramique. Au lieu de couper ma tomate, eh ben, j'ai coupé mon doigt et la tomate.
Ah, that was a good one. Failing a divine trial. How they... That said, the reason why the Qixing were so eager to resolve the incident and stop pursuing the culprit was indeed because they received news in secret that Rex Lapis was not dead.
Ouais, mais ça fait archi mal.
I hinted as much.
Parce que c'est les couteaux en céramique énormes là que tu trouves dans Crime à la télé.
How did I accomplish that, you ask? Have you ever heard of this particularly convenient Adepti art known as gifting dreams and visions? All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
Yeah, about that. Before the Qixing made their announcement, we listened to a lot of people talking on the way. Most of them put the blame for everything on Child.
These are indeed false accusations, but it remains undeniably true that Child did send people to the Jade Chamber to prevent the Adepti and the Qixing from defeating the ancient god. I've heard that Ningguang is busy milking that for all it's worth on the foreign relations front at the moment, browbeating the envoys of the Fatui. Ha! Those poor Snezhnayan diplomats. If it were not for Child's exalted position as a harbinger, I'm certain that they would have shifted all the blame to him and called for his dismissal by now. All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
No.
Well then, I suppose you'll have to find a way to get inside this closed nation. Have patience.
Ça va? Ça arrive un doigt en moins. Tu as juste le droit à 10 erreurs. Ouais, non. J'ai pas trop envie d'avoir un doigt en moins, quoi, tu vois. C'est pas absolument ouf, un doigt en moins, vois-tu. Ça fait mal un doigt en moins. Waouh, j'ai un max de trucs, je vais là. Ok. 39 et 40. C'est pas dans la tête quand j'ai saigné, hein. Non mais... Ah, j'ai R de tout ça. Ok. Je peux pas le... Toi, je peux te up 50. Non, ça fait trop mal. C'est pas dans ma tête. Et 50, ouais. GG, level up, Andri.
I created another universe. In fact,
je peux l'élever. Mais attends, je vais l'élever, elle, en vrai. Elle est où
With this, I may more fully...
Voilà. Comme ça level up mes persos.
Children, come. You've arrived at just the right moment. I've been looking for you.
Oh, what is it, Granny? Need any help?
Oh, no. You've done so much for Liyue Harbor already.
Ah, je me suis fait trop mal au doigt de pied.
In fact, my old friends and I have been putting our heads together to think of what sort of gift we might give you in return.
De la bouffe.
For Paimon?
Oh, child, you are so very modest. Uncommonly so, even. But
ouais, mes parents, ils m'ont bien élevé.
I simply won't allow it.
C'est le pire bot, il trahit les lurks. Ouais.
When you traversed my old teapot in search of the cleansing veil,
c'est vrai.
I heard your little friend mention that you often camp out.
Sauf qu'Andri, il lurk pas parce que Andri, il parle depuis tout à l'heure.
That simply won't do. Especially since I imagine you still have a very long journey ahead of you. Fortunately, I have not yet grown so old as to see my subspace creation abilities atrophy. Oh, did my friends never mention that to you? Well then, it is a blessing we old folks once received from Rex Lapis, part of our illumination, if you will.
Oh, mais pauvre Andri, y a rien de fun là-dedans. Hein. Je te respecte, la compta c'est chiant.
Space creation is the ability to create a small, autonomous pocket world. The teapot that you entered previously was a little trinket created using that ability.
So, in the eyes of an Adeptus, creating a magic teapot world is just child's play, huh?
Oh, indeed, the teapot is nothing to boast of. One such as myself must depart from this realm to create a world of one's own. Rex Lapis, on the other hand, moved mountains and seas. That is what one might call an exercise of true power.
En tout cas, c'est cool d'avoir plus de gens qui viennent régulièrement, c'est sympa, ça tourne un peu. Andri et Chuti, vous êtes les principaux du moment, c'est sympa.
That's right! Finding stuff's what we're good at, after all.
Oh, settle down now, children. There's no need for you to go running hither and thither.
Ouais, bah ouais, normal.
Found a fleet-footed youngster to prepare what I need. What's more, I doubt that you would know how to find the materials I am searching for. Some of them are very rare indeed these days. Well, for starters, I require some shimmer soil from the banks of Dihua Marsh. But you would have to dig downward, following the roots of the glazed lilies. And if you
bah, je peux pas te dire, je sais pas non
but
plus.
Almost no one has been able to find shimmer soil in this manner since Dihua Marsh came to be the way it is today. Even more difficult to find is Smaragdus jadeite, which must be chiseled from the rock of the chasm.
Tu sais plus, mais maintenant tu fais partie de la famille.
Ever since the Blackcliff Forge opened for business, they've slowly but
Avant-hier, t'as déjà ta petite corne. C'est beau ça.
Bare of it. In any case, Smaragdus jadeite is an Adepti treasure, and the Adeptal power within is not something that most humans can withstand. Extended contact with it is in fact harmful to humans. Goodness knows if that child will succeed in finding these items.
Well, since you're an Adeptus, Granny, the person you asked for help, they must be an Adeptus too, right?
Ça me gratte l'oreille. Ça va mieux.
Yes. I suppose she does count as an adeptus.
Oui, t'es devenue une petite licorne en 2 jours.
She counts? How come there are so many adepti in Liyue Harbor? We seem to bump into them all the time. It feels like even when you go out to eat, you could be sitting next to an adeptus and never even know it.
Oh, maybe so. Who can say? A fair few of my old friends are rather fond of mundane mortal life.
Merci, mais vous êtes fous! André! Merci. Merci, merci.
I'm back, Granny.
Vous êtes fous.
Oh, I don't believe we've met.
Ah, je laisse ces personnes-là.
Allow me to do the honors.
Yanfei.
This child here is Yanfei. She's the one helping run some errands for me.
Bienvenue, petite licorne.
Yanfei, I believe you've already heard of the traveler and her traveling companion.
Of course, who hasn't? Much has been written about you in the Millilith's records. You became one of Liyue's most wanted after the Millilith marked you as a suspect following the incident at the Rite of Dissension. After which, you fought off the Millilith at Julian Karst and made contact with the Fatui, before finally defeating an ancient god together with Granny and her associates, and subsequently being cleared of any and all suspicion by the Chising. What a shame. A shame that we didn't meet sooner. If we had, well, I can't say that I would have been able to clear you of suspicion immediately, but it certainly would have been less, embarrassing for you. Allow me to introduce myself once more. I'm Yanfei, a legal advisor. Got a legal problem? You can come right to me.
Elle est trop mignonne.
Oh, yes. Here's my business card. You'll find it has my contact details and office address. Keep it handy. If you have an urgent issue, just leave me a note at this address. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention, I offer a very generous discount for first-time customers.
All right, Yanfei, all right. Let's get to the business at hand. I do not think these two are in any dire
Je savais que cette émote-là, elle allait être utilisée.
You'll have to excuse Yanfei. She's always been like this. Ever the talkative one when it comes to her own affairs.
Jaime was gonna ask the same question. You seem really different from the ones we've met before.
An adeptus? I guess. Kinda. My old man said he was one anyway. He mentioned that he once campaigned with Rex Lapis for a long old time, and then after that was all over, he went back and married my mom. They had me, and once I was all grown up, the two of them upped and left on a journey, leaving me with Granny here.
Well, that's a bit casual for an adeptus. Aren't you guys supposed to sign solemn contracts to protect Liyue Harbor and all that stuff? What do you mean he just went back to get married?
Well, my dad did say that he'd talked it through with Rex Lapis, and that he was fine with it. Even contributed towards the wedding gift, apparently. Anyway, let's not dwell on that too much. So, Granny, I've gotten a hold of most of the stuff you asked for, except for Smaragdus Jadeite. I couldn't the
On va le trouver, on va le trouver.
And there's just no way in. Couldn't secure any documentation either. Looks like the Ministry of Civil Affairs is serious about keeping it strictly locked down.
Is that so? But Smaragdus Jadeite is really rather essential. Yanfei, are you sure you can't find some other way? They have helped Liyue greatly after all. It is only right that they are duly rewarded.
I know, Granny, you've told me 1,000 times already. Well, the chasm's definitely a no-go. But there's still a chance we can figure out some alternative means of procurement. Hold on a moment. Let me have a look.
La tête de Paimon.
Whoa, that's a really thick book. What kind of things do you write in there?
Commercial consultancy. Or Snezhnaya. Ah, found him. Krusel. A Snezhnayan merchant who once came to me with some legal queries on certain articles in the legal codices. If my memory serves,
all of... He mentioned that he was considering acquiring some Smaragdus jadeite to make hairpins, and wanted to know if there were any legal ramifications that he should be aware of. Said he was planning to sell them in Snezhnaya. So, I guess I'll go look for him. With any luck, he'll have gotten his hands on some Smaragdus jadeite, or might have an idea of where we can find some. Oh, you want to join me? I suppose that's no problem, but it's best if you just stand by and watch. If you try to get involved, you'll only risk placing yourself in legal jeopardy.
Wow, an Adeptus imploring us to avoid incurring legal liability. Best we be a little more careful than usual while we're with her.
Mais non. Yeah. Voilà, comment traverser la ville. Ouais, il y a beaucoup de dialogue. Hop.
Hello, Mr. Crossell. How's business been?
Oh, good, very good. All thanks to your advice, Miss Yanfei.
Ça me
What
gratte
brings you
l'oreille.
here today?
Voilà, c'est bon.
You're too kind. I was simply doing my job. Now, I believe that the last time we met, you mentioned that you were looking to source some Smaragdus jadeite to make hairpins. Have there been any further developments on this front?
Well, yes,
J'aime bien
as
ce
a matter
perso,
of fact, in the end
bien
I
fait, elle est
did
mignonne.
acquire a small piece of Smaragdus jadeite and had it fashioned into a pair of hairpins. Miss Yanfei, might I presume that you have an
Ah, il y en a
interest in
d'entre
the
vous
hairpins?
qui ont...
I must apologize. I've already rented them out to a lady named Zhiqiao.
Fall
If you'd like to
Guys
inspect them, you may have
Ou
to
pas?
wait quite some time.
Est-ce qu'il y en a d'entre vous qui jouent à Fall Guys?
Wait, isn't Smaragdus jadeite
Coucou
really
Pignouf,
rare?
tu vas bien?
Aren't you worried about the hairpins getting damaged or lost while they're being rented out?
Ça aurait été très drôle qu'on joue tous ensemble.
No, I'm not worried in the slightest, because I signed a contract with Miss Zhiqiao before renting them to her. The contract makes it quite clear that if she loses or damages the item in question, she must compensate me for its full original value.
Ça va, c'est le week-end, ça fait du bien. Quand j'ai le temps. D'accord. Bah, je mettrai un petit mot, un petit sondage sur Twitter. Ouais, bah ouais, parce que tout le monde y joue, donc il fallait bien qu'ils tirent des profits. Hein.
In return, I included a clause that guarantees the Smaragdus jadeite is genuine, with a penalty of 10 times the item's value payable by me to Miss...
Guaranteed genuine, with 10 times the value payable if this claim is shown to be false. Yes, these terms are very clear indeed.
Of course. This way, both the client and I have the assurance we need. To ensure fairness,
Aïe.
each of us has retained an original copy of the contract.
Je me suis encore cogné le doigt de pied.
In that case, might you know where Miss Chow lives? We'd like to pay her a visit and have a look at the hairpins.
Oh, of course. She wrote her address down when we signed our contract. Here, I'll mark it on your map for you.
Bah ouais. Non mais je suis d'accord. Hein.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Crossell. We'll be off now.
En fait, c'est compliqué de trouver un jeu sympa, tu sais, qui soit pas... Enfin, en tout cas, je sais pas ce que vous en pensez, mais c'est compliqué de trouver un jeu cool qui soit pas payant. Non, merci, ça ira. Quête, quête, quête. Je vais toutes les récup et je les ferai après. La 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 la, je cours si doucement. Ah. Mange, petit chien. Bah, apparemment, il est plus gratos, Brofall, de ce que dit... Ouais, bah j'aime Minecraft. On y a joué plein de fois avec des amis.
I've got a bunch of interesting gadgets, all from my time.
Je vais faire les quêtes. Non. Ouais, bah ils ont dû voir que ça marchait et ils ont voulu se faire des sous, quoi. Je pense.
Traveler, please, over here. It has been a while since you joined the Adventurers Guild. Are your adventures going smoothly? Is that so? Apart from your another person to count on is always good after all.
Yep, and it's even harder to get a guide as good as Paimon.
Ah, yes. I do have some information that may be of help to you. Let me consult our records. Ah, there it is. There's been a certain...
One. Dress is awful. Wait! Do you mean... Does that stranger's face look anything like hers?
Like the honorary knights? No, they couldn't look more different. This stranger is a very tall man, and even has an eye patch.
Seriously? How does this have anything to do with Maya? Eye patches can't prove that you're related anyway.
Ouais, bah ouais, du coup.
That stranger declined the guild's invitation, so I can't say that I know anything about the relationship between him and Mr. Kaya. Nonetheless, you can look for him if you're... After all, it is not... And should the stranger be a strong adventurer indeed, he would certainly be a big help on your journey. Please don't talk down on yourself like that. Your deeds are the stuff of song for all the bards in the city, even now.
Ouais, c'est vrai.
Well, as to further news about him, he stands guard. I wish you every...
Vas-y, je veux trouver le monsieur. Go! Interroger Lawrence. Mais il est où ce con? Parce que j'aime bien me dire interroger Lawrence, mais... Cimer. Il est où? Lawrence. Il n'y a pas de point sur la feuille. Le sujet de l'étranger. Mais c'est qui Lawrence? C'est quoi ça? Pumel party. Je connais pas. Je sais pas, ouais, moi Lawrence. Moi, c'est ce que j'ai fait. Ça, c'est Herta. Pardon. Herta. Bon goût des choses simples. Putain, c'est qui Lawrence? Il est où ce con? Wait. Google est mon ami. Parce qu'il n'y a pas de... Lawrence. Il est où ce con? Mon stat. Il est à mon stat. Attends. Il est à mon stat. Toodaloo. Il est à mon stat et il est censé être à la grille. Ça c'est Guy. Il va être de l'autre côté. Faut que je retourne là-bas. Ils ont pas mis de marqueur aussi là. Ah. Mais je tiens. Rien à voir. Il est là. Ouais, le voilà. Je l'avais perdu, mais je l'ai trouvé. Là, il y a les rumeurs, mais ça va pas m'aider. Merde, pardon. Oups. Wesh, la quête elle est buggée ou quoi? Un personnage est impliqué dans une autre quête. L'art de miner. Faut que je fasse l'art de miner. Attends. Merde, je dis. Ah ouais! Ça, hein. Allez, hein. C'est bon, là je peux. Yes, c'est bon.
Ah, honorary night. Is something the matter?
10 € sur Instant Gaming for le guy. Mais ma CV est trop loin. Parce qu'à plusieurs, Fall Guys, c'est plus drôle que tout seul. J'aime bien les jeux toute seule, mais c'est moins fun.
A stranger with an eye patch. Let me think. Oh yeah, I remember seeing someone like that. He was wandering all over Mondstadt at first, which I found rather I lost him pretty quickly. Still, I didn't think that this was such a huge matter that as long as Master Jean is here, there's nothing to fear from some suspicious, unusual looking person.
En plus, j'ai la tenue licorne dessus. En fait, dans tous les jeux, j'ai la tenue licorne. Sur Wakfu, j'ai une tenue licorne. Sur Fall Guys, j'ai une tenue licorne. À part si tu veux stream hack. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Pourquoi stream hack?
That is true. But on the other hand, knowing that Master Jean may overreact to the situation is all the more reason to not tell her, no? Anyways, oh yeah, he was at Wagner's smithy for a while before I tried tailing him. He might have said something to Wagner.
Ah! D'accord.
You should go ask him. Maybe he has more news about our stranger.
Need something? Here, I remember him. He showed up a few days ago asking to buy a bunch of forging materials.
Ah, il a plus de marteau dans la main. Regardez, il tape dans le vide. Il tape dans le vide.
Can't say I've heard of any of the materials he mentioned, though. He then had a look at the weapons in my shop before leaving. I've heard that he can be found drinking at the Angel's Ship.
Il a plus de marteau, il tape dans le vent.
If the Knights of the Guild want to get hold of him, that's the only place to be.
The Angel's Share? Well, Master Diluc probably has his eye on that stranger too then. Anyway, let's go to the Angel's Share and have a look.
Wait. Parce que là j'ai mon Twitter qui se... J'ai mon Twitter qui s'active.
Silly churl, Billy churl, silly Billy, Hilly churl.
Ok. Pardon. Ok. Interroger, interroger. Yon. Non. Non. Je me suis trompée de bouton. Pardon.
What will it be? Grape juice or apple cider?
Hey, Charles! Have you seen a blonde stranger wears an eye patch around here by any chance?
That I have. He comes here every night. Just to drink, though. Doesn't order anything else. He even sometimes mixes his own drinks after he orders them. I don't know anything else about him, but from his selections and mixes...
And what's Master Diluc's opinion?
Why, I just gave it to you.
Monsieur est connaisseur.
Investigating everything as always.
If you're looking for that gentleman, he ordered some new bottle of wine in advance. There's too many raucous patrons on...
Asseyez-vous. Il est où le premier? Ah. On va prendre les quêtes, hein. J'en ai trop à faire des quêtes. Sauf que j'étais en train de faire... Putain, c'était quoi? La quête que j'étais en train de suivre? Richesse, créature des montagnes... Mince, elle est où la quête que j'étais en train de faire? Je sais plus. Merde. Non mais sans déconner, je me rappelle plus de la quête que j'étais en train de faire. Ah oui, c'est celle-là. Non. Ah je veux faire cette quête là. ce niveau près de la balustrade. Je me suis assise. Que dois-je faire maintenant?
Ah, welcome, sir. The wine that you previously ordered is here.
He's really here? Let's go downstairs and have a look.
Bonjour, toi. Qui es-tu?
Wow, he's got no intention of paying us any mind, huh?
A traveler, you say? Why are you traveling? Well, that's as good a reason as any. Sit down over there, then.
So, guess we've broken the ice. What a weird guy.
Ouais. That little one beside you.
Tellement de quêtes, ça fait bizarre. Au bout d'un moment, t'as plus rien, tu tournes en rond. Cette petite. C'est mon casse-croûte d'urgence. C'est pour ça, le casse-croûte d'urgence. Arou! Pardon, je t'ai pas dit bonjour, excuse-moi. Tu vas bien? Ah, pardon, Arou, je suis désolée. Si l'extension fonctionnait, t'aurais pu me jeter des objets. Tiens, je vais m'auto-flageller pour toi. Voilà, je me suis auto-flagellée pour toi. Je suis désolée.
It's indeed a good thing to have someone accompany you on your travels. My name's Dainsleif. I suppose you have some business with me? Sure.
He was so cold just a moment before. Hyman's got a bad feeling about this.
But I will require advance payment. 500 mora, and 3 answered questions. The 500 is a one-time fee, and that's it.
Well, now Paimon's got a really bad feeling. That kind of
Thank you. Now, as for my questions, I'd like you to answer them here and now. The answer to a question, I only wish to know what your choices are. Question 1. The crisis Mondstadt faced was resolved by an alliance between yourself and that Animo Archon who calls himself... I know everything that I should.
What the heck?
Well, answer the question. Is that your answer? Question number... Rex Lapis, who has defended Liyue Harbor... Who do you think will defend Liyue Harbor in the future, now that they've lost their deity? So that's your answer? Now for my... This world has people who gained visions, and those who did... Which of the two do you think hold more importance in the eyes of the gods? So, this is your... As I thought, you really are similar to him.
Il a vu son frère.
I'll take that 500 mora. And now I also understand your views on this world. As we agreed, you may now commission me. That said, I only take commissions related to the Abyss Order. Like you, I am currently on a journey. You intend to find your sibling, while I wish to oppose the Abyss. Ugh. Those creatures that serve the Abyss are the fangs and claws by which the Order spreads chaos in this world. I have come to Mondstadt this time while on the trail of an Abyss Herald.
An Abyss Herald?
An even more twisted abyssal being. One that commands the Abyss Mages.
Oh, that's right! We've just been fighting against the Fatui and Liyue, who are human too! We haven't encountered the non-human Abyss Order at all!
There's some reason behind that, I'm afraid. It's possible that they may have been under orders to avoid your path.
Entre le frère et la sœur. Et Il vivait heureux et beaucoup de bonheur. Pas d'enfants, bien évidemment. Non, les enfants, ce serait chelou.
Oh, that does sound pretty dangerous. Maybe they're looking for a better time to ambush us or
GG,
something.
level up pinouf.
We're super duper strong.
That manner. It's just like his. Well then, let's go see for ourselves, shall we? According to the leads
Donc le
I
mec
have
là,
on
il connaît
hand,
mon frère.
the Abyss Order has re-infiltrated the Temple of the Falcon. Let's meet up at the temple. Perhaps your questions about the Abyss will be answered there.
Mais tu vas level up, Shruti, t'inquiète pas. Je veux sortir. Je veux sortir. Ils bug leur jeu, il n'y avait pas la commande pour sortir là. Oh. Let's go.
This abandoned temple does bear some marks of the Abyss, the Falcon of the West. Though it can soar in the wind, it ultimately does naught but hover under the light of the gods.
Mais qu'est-ce qu'il raconte, lui?
Oh, it's nothing. Let's head inside.
Non, je voulais l'attaquer. Je voulais l'attaquer. J'ai raté. Coucou Neroro. Yes. Je pars avec ma team.
The scent of the Abyss is getting stronger. It's not far now.
Paimon wonders what the Abyss Heralds look like. Do they look something like the Abyss Mages?
Let's head further in first. If we do see that creature,
Aye.
that'll spare me the explanation either way.
Ça m'a pété à la tronche leur truc là. C'est pas censé redonner de la vie ces zones là. Je vois pas des mots doux. Ça va toi, Neroro? J'ai perdu 0,3, on m'a pris le cul, je souffre. Heureusement que tu as une incroyable voix. Oh, mon pauvre Neroro, ils t'ont fait des misères? Hatsu!
Your life is mine.
Oh, le méchant!
Blood repays blood. Give up.
Non, mais c'est pas lui que je veux. Comment ça se fait que tu te sois fait exploser? Ah!
Blood repays.
Go, Barb. Go, Barbara, go!
Yeah, trop facile. Oh, un coffre. Ils étaient meilleurs que moi. Ouais. Bah après, c'est pas de ta faute, hein, c'est un jeu d'équipe. Ça arrive, on peut pas tout le temps gagner. Hein. C'est dommage, mais bon. Je peux comprendre que ça dégoûte, mais après, c'est pas ta faute. Hein. Enfin... Au strip poker.
I'll protect us. Oh.
Manifest!
Voilà. C'est pas possible de perdre 0-3 au strip poker. Non, plus sérieusement, un jour je pratique la compétition. You know, ce mec est incroyable. Il fait de la compétition. Il a pas le temps. Oh, un coffre. Je fais pas le voir. Mais bolos. Hop. Mais non. Rocket League. Il va faire tous les jeux qu'il connaît. Tant que tu leur as pas dit à quel jeu tu jouais. Je veux les légumes. Je suis dans une équipe anglaise alors que je sais pas parler anglais. Je serais pas partie du mauvais. Je serais pas revenue. Quoi? Ah oui, c'est là. Je suis con, je revenais en arrière moi. Ah mais arrêtez de faire ça. J'aime pas. Je vais me planter. Attendez. C'est bon. Ok. C'est plus du cul, Rocket League. Ils vont me faire schmout. Ah, tu sais quoi? Ah! Mais... Pas lui, il tape l'autre. Lâche-moi! Voilà. Il est où? Yeah, j'aime trop une elle est trop forte.
Just a few abyss mages. Seems like that herald might have already left.
Ah!
The abyss. It is chaos. And it is also destruction. That is why even the Dragon of the East, a servant of a deity, was unable to resist its corrosive powers. And the creatures of the...
You seem to know a lot about the Abyss, Dane.
Whoa.
Well, we do have some history. I suppose that's as far as chit-chat goes. Judging by the traces I'm following, their next appearance may be within the turret. Perhaps we may find...
Ok. C'est tout? Ok. C'était easy, hein? Bah, j'ai pas d'équipement pour l'instant. J'ai R. J'ai R en termes d'équipement sur mes persos. Mon niveau...
The sky is clearing up. And so is my moon. I just hope no one shows up to
No, no, no,
bother me.
no, 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 no.
If they do, I'll just make them disappear.
Merde. Mais saute là. Vite! Chais, allez, c'est bon. Ça fait peur. Mais faut que je les drop en faisant les donjons. Mais j'ai pas un niveau d'aventure assez haut, monsieur Nero. Je suis à R. À R 29. Presque 30. Oh, j'ai débloqué des succès. Ah oui? J'ai combien de... C'est combien? Et mon option de fatalité, je te donne sur mes besoins. Vraiment culture et fatalité. 1600, j'ai pas du tout assez. Bah oui, c'est normal, les dégâts, merci. J'ai 0 équipement pour mes persos, forcément, que je fais pas mal. J'ai failli tomber, hein. Putain, faut que je passe faut que je batte ça, là. Ah, je suis déjà venue, là.
Well, we're in Wolfendom now. Think Dean's waiting for us up ahead? We should meet up with him quick, in case the wolves decide they don't like him.
Billy. C'est où Je suis en train d'escalader le décor. Ah bah il est là ce con. Je cherchais.
Lord of Wolvendom, Great Wolf King of the North.
Bah oui, ils sont que niveau 40 mes persos.
Sharp of fang and keen of claw. And yet dwelling here only. No, I only know these things because a previous traveling companion of mine once wanted to hear its story. Alright, let's go.
But where do we begin? Are you standing here because of these strange bonfires, Dean?
Indeed. See that? Floating above the flames?
Wait.
It's an abyssal spell.
Ouah, Twitter rétroactif, c'est fou. Twitter rétroactif, c'est incroyable. Là aussi, j'ai un message. en stream vendredi soir. Mercredi. Waouh, stream vendredi soir. Oui, c'est vrai que je stream jamais normalement vendredi soir.
Knowing what I do of the Order's habits, they've probably left similar marks behind elsewhere.
Go!
Do you think that those monsters by the bonfire are under the Abyss Order's control? Looks kind of scary. Let's beat them up first.
Ah, j'ai Cramax. Putain, il me fait chier.
Don't waste my time. Your life is
Yeah. Oh wow, aïe. Mais dégage-toi! Attends. Attends, je regarde, attends. Je finis mon combat. Et je regarde.
I'll protect us.
Mais ah! Merveille. Attends, je vais regarder.
Whew, that's that. Let's go check out that bonfire.
Attends. Qu'est-ce que t'as mis sur le Discord? Mais... Mais t'es con. N'importe quoi, toi. Je t'ai fait rire tout seul. Eh, ça va brûler.
Looks like this bonfire's also got something to do with the abyss.
Avec tes bêtises, là. Ah, c'est des tonneaux qui explosent. Non. Ah, ils sont là. Attendez, attendez. Ah, j'ai pas de... Ah, ils m'ont vu. Tant pis. Ya!
Blood repays blood.
Let's dance.
Boum bim boum bam bim boum bam bim bam, elle est trop mignonne. Ah, je l'ai bloqué. Il a Keblo derrière le machin. Y'a quelqu'un? Y'a une flèche. Ah oui! Coucou toi! Aïe. Je l'ai fait exploser. Et je me suis fait exploser avec. J'ai le chèque pour me faire péter les tonneaux dans le tronche. Faudrait peut-être que je fasse des recettes aussi. Vas-y, je vais faire des recettes parce que ça fait longtemps que j'ai pas fait des recettes. Ce serait peut-être temps que je refasse quelques trucs. Je suis en train de prendre feu, sa mère. Mais quelle gogole, elle aussi. Je suis beaucoup trop forte. C'est trop facile la cuisine. Voilà, maintenant je peux le faire en auto, ça c'est cool. Non, c'est trop facile. Je suis même pas, il faut une précision et une concentration. Hyper dur. Je vais faire ça. C'est pas hyper dur, c'est hyper facile. Voilà. Je peux faire ça. Trop dur. Dur comme... une corne. Dur comme une licorne. Voilà, j'ai fait un peu de recettes, histoire de d'utiliser un peu mes ressources. Je suis bloquée.
Another one of those bonfire spells. Looks like the abyss really has been around here. Yikes! About from. Let's clear them out and quick.
Eh, tu sais quoi? On va utiliser le perso le plus fort. Elle casse des gros fessiers. Dire qu'avant, je l'utilisais pas. trop forte. Je fais des vrais mandales hein, avec elle. Elle met des vrais pasta Kutao quand même. Hein.
Go, Barbara, go!
Hop, je ramasse des trucs. Hop.
Go, Barbara, go!
Have you finished searching? I searched around these parts and found some signs myself. But they were left behind by abyss mages. And there was no deeper abyssal power to them. It seems that even an abyss herald would not wish to make trouble with the Wolf King of the North. We should leave as well. If there's anything praiseworthy about that old wolf, it's his territorial nature.
But now we're out of leads. Are we going to have to give up?
No. Let's get a move on then.
Go! Okay.
I wonder when I'll be
as tall as my big sister. Je verrai, je l'ai pas encore. Mais moi je veux Cocomi là. Ah non, pas ce terrain là. C'est chiant. J'aime pas.
I've heard about what happened to you during Mondstadt's crisis.
Ouais, bah voilà, c'est quand on a battu Storm
When you
Terror,
came,
c'est l'enfer.
this place, but I suppose, in fact, the first time I laid. Don't think too much. Do you remember the if the abyss
Oui,
order?
je
Let's go see
sais.
what this.
Pardon, je passe les dialogues, mais ça m'énerve. Je vais, attends, aller là pour soigner mes persos. Elle joue à un jeu claqué au sol. C'est bon, je suis... C'est quoi le jeu? Oups. Là, il est censé y avoir un truc. Vous le voyez comme moi, le bordel. Il y a une étoile là. Je la vois pas. Ah!
All the standing around is making me so sleepy.
Ouais. À qui le dis-tu? Mais... Il est censé être là. Ah. Ah, attends. Ouais. Je me suis éclatée. Telle une grosse merde par terre. Ah! Il s'est réveillé. Dame Ned. Aïe.
Don't waste my time.
Ah, mais arrête! Stop.
Cryo incarnate.
Obey.
It's nothing.
Submit.
Bim. Attends, où? Je te montre après. Il me casse les pieds, lui. Ah, arrête, hein. Ok. Mais non! Ah! Oh! My God. Attends, je vais recommencer, mais je veux... Aïe. J'ai plus de... Attends. Ce que je veux, cet artefact-là, là. Pourquoi je monte pas sur celui-là, en vrai? Attends. Comment je lâche? Non! Comment je peux faire? Ok. Yes, j'ai totalement cheaté. Ok. Je l'avais pas pris. Tu voulais voir mes artefacts? Attends. Pour elle, j'ai rien. J'ai rien mis parce que je sais pas quoi lui mettre. Ningguang, elle a... Voyageur. Berserker pour... J'ai pas de set complet en fait. J'ai pas de set complet. Je sais même pas ce que je dois lui équiper à elle. Tao, elle est en berserker et médecin itinérant, mais pareil, elle a pas de 7 quoi, j'ai 0,7. Et j'ai rien, du coup c'est chiant. Là, il est censé y avoir un... Je vois pas où est-ce qu'il est, lui. Il est censé y avoir un truc, mais je le vois pas. Genre là. Là. Aïe. Compte vent de mort. Aïe. Mais c'est pas vrai! Qu'est-ce qu'il fait?
A keen eye.
Ah, encore. Ok. J'arrive pas à voir où est le... Attends, là il y a un truc. Il y a un coffre. Bisous! Ouais. Bisous Nero, bonne soirée. Ça devrait aller. Ah, il est là. Il y en a un là. Yes. J'avais pas récupéré dans cette zone. Par contre, lui, je vois pas où il est. Hein. Mon mec, il est par là, mais alors, ouf. Il est censé être là. Eh bah, tu m'excuseras, je vois pas où il est. Bonne soirée, Chouti. Je sais pas si tu partais ou pas, ou si tu disais ça à Nero, mais... Tiens, mais il est où, ce truc de mort? Là! Yes, trouvé. Là, il y a un coffre. Je m'en vais m'écrouler sur mon lit. D'accord. Bonne nuit à toi. Merci d'être passé. Merci du sub et tout. Merci beaucoup. Ça me fait vraiment plaisir. Si je peux... bloqué. Regardez-le, tout seul.
I'll protect us. Go, Barbara, go!
Coffre. Let me take the coffre.
This is the kind of surprise I could sing about.
Ok. Let's go TP. Là, il y a un truc. Oh.
Look! There are lots of monsters gathered over there.
Oui, non, mais attends. Ah! Caméra de mes fesses, là. Allez. Yes. J'ai...
Give up.
Bim bam boum.
It's nothing. Give up. Your life is mine.
Time to go! Let's dance. Go, Barbara, go!
show begin. Ready, steady, go!
It's nothing.
Merde! Laisse-moi tranquille.
Give up.
Submit!
Bim bam. Coucou! Tu vas bien?
It's nothing.
Yes, fini.
Oh, so in the end, we still couldn't find that Abyss Herald. Bummer.
Ça va,
I
c'est le
recall not
week-end.
having to
Ça
gaze
fait du
upon
bien.
such a creature a shame exactly. Still, I do believe that you will come across one eventually.
No, you're right. If it's a really powerful monster,
GG, level up,
it
Nero.
would be best to go around it.
How good it would be if all perils one encounters in
Qu'est-ce que
their
tu as fait de
journeys
beau aujourd'hui?
could simply be solved by going around.
Tox.
Once upon a time, yes.
Oui, d'accord.
He
Trop de
no
dialogue.
longer- I'm afraid that I still.
Hey, monster? Either way, we should settle down in a place.
Paimon.
Well, it won't be too late
Oui,
to think
il est-
about.
il est
While
vachement
you're still
bien.
traveling, you should.
Huh? What's familiar?
Ah, elle a retrouvé son bro.
Familiar feeling, you say? It could be someone you know well. Whichever it is, we should see it for. We can reach the top of.
Mon bro.
Oh, damn, moves
C'est
really
mon bro.
fast, doesn't he? Let's
Ce
keep that
serait-
wind current nearby to catch up.
Ce serait my bro. Oh. Oh, si c'est mon bro, c'est incroyable. Je veux voir mon bro. Oh oh. Vite, vite, vite. Ça, c'est un bon courant d'air ou un mauvais? On va se mettre dedans, on verra bien. Ouais. C'est un bon courant d'air. Ok. Oui.
Can you still sense that familiar feeling that you spoke of earlier?
But it doesn't feel like there's anything around here. No monsters, no people, nothing.
D'accord, André, pardon. Merci d'être passé. Si je suis encore là, tu pourras refaire un coucou, je sais pas trop encore. Mais merci d'être passé, merci pour le sub. Merci pour mon doigt de pied. Des gros bisous, prends soin de toi.
Indeed. There doesn't seem to be anything strange about this place. It doesn't look any different from the last time I was here. My traveling companion. Me? I merely followed.
Ouais, on s'en fout. Je voulais juste voir mon bro.
A ruin guard's footprint. A ruin guard was wandering around here? No peace to be found, even for a single dandelion.
C'est ici qu'on s'est battu?
You were just spacing out. Huh? You mean your brother? But how could that be? You only touched that dandelion for a second.
Perhaps that dandelion bears some sort of scent that only you recognize. As for why, has it perhaps experienced something related to you?
Wow.
You're saying some real confusing stuff.
Do not rush. Vexation and anxiety are the enemy of rational thought. At least you now know that he is still on this world. At this time, the most important thing, yes, and this is something you must keep in mind, may you find your kin at... Only for now.
Allez, au revoir, monsieur.
After all, I did take 500 mora and those 3 answers you gave me.
Yeah. Bon, je vais passer en mode discussion parce que j'en ai un peu marre de Genshin Impact. Je vous avoue. Du coup, ne partez pas, je reviens en mode discussion. Ne bougez pas.
In a trade war, the perfect hunter leaves no trace.
Hop. Excusez-moi, il s'était mute. On va remettre la musique. Hop. Voilà. Comme ça, on prend 5, 10 minutes, peut-être un peu plus pour discuter tous ensemble de sujets dont vous avez envie de discuter, hein, bien entendu. Ah, je suis fatiguée. Ah, je sais pas vous, mais cette semaine, elle m'a épuisée. Et pourtant, j'ai pas l'impression d'avoir fait des trucs de fou, quoi. C'est incroyable. Ah, attendez, j'ai pas changé le titre ni la catégorie. Oups. J'ai pas changé. Hop. Voilà. C'est mieux. J'adore gonfler mes joues, c'est rigolo. Pardon, je m'amuse toute seule. Ah, ça m'a fait peur, c'est Kiketbot. C'est Kiketbot. Feel free de rejoindre le Discord, hein. Faut le faire vivre ce petit Discord. Faisons vivre ce petit chat Discord. Hop. Il y a Poco qui est en live aussi. Poco is in live. Ah, j'ai hâte d'utiliser mon nouveau modèle là. Aïe aïe aïe. Ça va être super cool. Wait, d'ailleurs je voulais regarder un truc. Elle est où là, elle? GG level up, j'espère qu'il je reviens, faut que j'aille faire une pause pipi, je vais exploser. Je vous aime très fort, je vais vous faire des gros bisous. Je commence à être un petit peu fatiguée. Merci pour les subs, merci pour tout, je vous aime.